What's up, everybody? It's your host, Eli.
And your boy, Elvin.
Welcome to Moe and Toast, your weekly dose of garbage anime opinions and casual memeage. There will be war. There will be salt. Most importantly, it will be trash. I'm definitely not Moe, and he's definitely not Toast. Join us as we discuss the rather controversial topic of sub versus dub. I think I nailed that one.
It's still good.
I definitely nailed that one.
Yup.
All right, man.
All
I
right.
gotta ask you the hard-hitting questions. Is it okay to watch anime dubbed?
Yes, I don't really see a problem in watching anime dubbed at all.
I mean, it gets so much shit for the community, and it makes people think that you're such a casual if you watch something dubbed. And then again, those people that are looking down on the people that are, watching anime dubbed are probably just purists, or people who try to be like purists and try to like show that they're a lot more like versed in anime than they actually are.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know, man. I'm okay with it. I'm very much okay with watching anime dubbed.
Yeah.
I think I've mentioned it in our last episode that I've watched the entirety of Dragon Ball Super up until like where the dubbing was did, sadly, because they couldn't keep up. And I watched all of it dubbed from like the first episode to like the 92nd episode or something like that. All dubbed.
Like,
it was great.
yeah, I really don't see a problem. It's just the mentioning of dub and like a sub conversation. It's like sub is better automatically.
But is it though?
It's like I feel like it depends who voices who, if you like this voice actor or not. And then for dub, it's basically the same thing. Do you think this person can pull off the character and all their emotions correctly and what they're trying to convey? It really depends. It's such a
That's very true. Honestly, as someone who's a very who like loves the idea of voice acting, and like I am a huge fan of most voice actors, I definitely agree with that. Like, you can't have some shit like dubbed. Like, okay, I have a very, very like shameful shameful story, and it's a very good example of really garbage voice acting.
Go ahead.
So, I believe I think my freshman year of college, and I was talking to Chris, who's in chat. Hey, Chris. That I was like, oh man, I really need to watch Infinite Stratos again. I haven't talked since Chris and I were talking about Charlotte, and we were talking about like how great Infinite Stratos was. I ended up watching it dubbed. And that was the worst mistake of my life.
You first watched it subbed, right?
Obviously, yeah, of course. I watched it subbed, and then I was like, I'm gonna watch this dubbed this time and see how it goes.
It's like that's how it was. Because you enjoyed everybody in the subbed, right?
Yeah.
Enjoyed pretty much. That's what I was like about to do with like Darling the Franxx and My Hero. I was like done with the entire series, and I was like, let me rewatch the series in dubbed, and I was like, I can watch a couple episodes. It wasn't bad, I just couldn't get used to it. Like, if you watch something of like if you watch something in subbed first and you try to watch it in dub, you're kind of not used to hearing the voices and how they try to portray the character.
Oh, okay.
It's like,
yeah, the halftime show was half-assed. Well, this is now your actual halftime show.
We're the better
halftime show.
Just the only concern for me right now, this is off topic, is that we are dropping frames.
We are? Oh yeah, we are.
Like, Holy
I mean,
crap, it is bad. But it's like a still image, but I really hope it doesn't affect the audio at all. You could still go.
no, it's not affecting the audio. I just toggled the audio on. We're good. We're good.
That's good. I don't get what the heck's the point of telling me dropping frames is literally just a still image.
Our still image is dropping frames, man.
Oh damn! It's gonna suck.
Does that mean we're going half a frame per second? Wait, we only have one frame.
Maybe you had subs. It would be better. Imagine.
That's okay. True. Okay, but yeah, getting back onto topic. Yeah. Okay, bro. Just saying that Infinite Shadows dubbed was so bad. Like,
did you like search up the voice actors and actresses for the anime?
I decided not to, just to myself up to shame, but now like, I kind of want to.
It's like you then know that they voice like current anime still.
Okay, there's one person that I have to know. Someone I have to know.
Charlotte?
It's Charlotte, and she was voiced by Shannon Emmerich. And she has actually not done anything that noteworthy as of late. So, good shit. But oh my god, dude, she faked a French accent the entire time.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, and those are the bad ones. Like,
it was so bad. I can get close to crying.
Like, I can get why you would do it, because you wouldn't have like a British voice or France. Jeez, why'd I go to British?
French.
A French voice actor. You're like,
I know, but it sounded so forced, and it was awful.
It had to be, because
it was so bad.
I doubt that she's French.
Yeah. No, and the funny thing was that like all the other girls were supposed to be international, right? But
yes,
she was the only one with the accent.
So everybody was like speaking,
yes,
like American English.
Okay. Cecilia her voice actress had like a little bit of a twinge, like English accent, but it wasn't. It was. I mean, it sounded forced, but it wasn't bad. But then, like Laura, who is German, she doesn't have a freaking accent. She just sounded like a normal person, and I'm like, what the hell? You could have just stuck with a normal person.
Yeah,
great.
Like, you could have gotten like if they were to pull off, like, you can definitely tell if they have like a German accent or any accent at all.
Yeah, that's true.
It would make it better.
It would have made it better, but then again, it's probably due to like the budget, and
yeah,
the dub came out in like what, 2011, 12. So it's not like it's going to be like that easy to fulfill that. At the same time, what the freaking hell, man? Yeah, dude, that was my experience of bad dubs. And the rest of the shows that I watched dub are basically, yeah, I'm perfectly fine with it, watching it dub. And honestly, you really should be giving people shit for watching anime dub. Like, okay, sure, it's like, not in the original language, fine.
And sure, it's like, pretty like, you don't really, like, we're watching it. At least we're getting the story. It's not like we're doing it for the voice actors. But if they do a terrible job, then I kind of get it. But as long as you get the message, the story behind the entire anime, then so be it. It's totally fine to watch it dubbed.
Exactly. And honestly, I took a little bit of research into the dubbing process, and it's pretty ridiculous, honestly.
Like, I heard it was intense.
It's very intense. Because, okay, so unlike the YouTube like abridged series and like the series of going the parody, where they can change the mouth movements of characters.
Oh yeah.
You actually have to try to match, like, it not only is it like very meticulous.
The mouth.
Yeah, exactly. It's very meticulous for the voice actors. And
Dang.
but before that, the translation group, like the crew that actually has to do all of like the translations.
Yeah.
Thankfully it's not 4Kids anymore, because 4Kids, holy crap, I will
Was
get
terrible.
into a rant. I can get into a rant about that later. But
Oh no.
but as if like what you get is the rough translation of everything,
Mhm.
and then you actually of the script, and then you give that to your actors, and they have to formulate and they have to try to make a cohesive and like well flowing sentences and lines that would work for the scenes without losing the message that the scene is trying to portray.
Yeah.
Not only that, but you have to realize that these voice actors are basically are putting a lot more effort into it now than they did before. So it's quite unfair to talk about modern dubbing. Yeah,
and,
exactly.
Like comparing the two.
Yeah, modern dubbing is actually a lot better than it was in the past, because now there's like a clear-cut process, and the studios actually care about it. Most likely because anime has been on an up and up for the past couple of years, especially with 2018 being one of the biggest years in anime so far.
It was indeed. Like
4Kids.
The process, I don't get why people are so like on the boat of sub is better without giving dub a chance. Like I can get if you're like watching a dub show from per se the past. how your experiences and probably mine, but really
early Pokemon, anybody?
Oh boy. It's like
I love donuts.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
But yeah, modern day dubbing is probably 10 times better.
It's a lot better, honestly. But then again, there are some that actually have held up. Mostly those who are actually taken on by Funimation and skipped the 4Kids dubbing.
Yeah.
When Funimation was still young, I believe they took over Dragon Ball, and that's why Dragon Ball was so big, because and how it was so well done was because of the dubbing crew that actually cared.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, for a good amount of the time, for a good amount of I want to say the 90s and maybe early 2000s, the people who do the dubbing were actually just fans and are just trying to help and try to show and share the anime that they like. It's the same with how subs are for some for now, where a couple people do actually just hard at work trying to type out every line, and trying to make sure and then post the videos for that, and obviously some will be illegal, and then but they're trying to help, man. They're
the community.
good intentions for the community. We do not condone the illegal
streaming.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
Crunchyroll, Funimation.
Yeah, Crunchyroll, Funimation, Verve.
Yeah. Netflix.
Netflix. Oh yeah, Netflix is now
Hulu.
Officially.
I
don't think. Wait, is Hulu actually that big now? For
Hulu does get anime
streaming,
streamed, but I think the most notable one was My Hero.
Okay, but then you can watch that on Verve though.
You can watch it on Verve, anywhere so far.
Yeah,
and now there's High Dive.
High Dive? I've not heard of High Dive.
High Dive is the one that for VRV, since Funimation isn't paired with Crunchyroll, now High Dive and Crunchyroll are now paired. So now if you get a VRV account, it's now High Dive and Crunchyroll instead of Funimation and Crunchyroll.
Okay, I forgot about that.
High Dive.
Divorce.
Yeah, that rough
Man.
split. But yeah, High Dive, one notable one that High Dive covers for dub is Shokugeki. They take on the weirder, like how my brother would say it, the weirder side of the obscure animes. The obscure animes you wouldn't get with
the weirder side of anime is awesome.
It's like
okay. Now I have a question.
What's up?
Is there a dub for Kakeguri?
Is there a dub for Kakeguri? Probably. If I like head to Netflix and probably switch to. You want to know who dubs?
No. Yeah, well, I feel like it is High Dive, and if it is, I need to watch it.
Well, it's on Netflix.
Oh, it is?
And yes.
Oh,
Kakeguri
shit.
is one of the, I think, poster animes on Netflix.
That's awesome. Have you seen it yet? Please tell me you've seen it.
No, I haven't.
Dude, it is amazing.
Hey, thanks for following.
Carla 895179118.
Thanks for following. But I'm looking at the main character for Kakeguri. One of the main, since there's three.
Which one?
For
Which
the
one?
dub.
Okay.
It's Yumiko.
Yeah, Yumiko. Okay. Interested now.
She plays from Aldnoah Zero.
Bro.
The princess. A Salem versus a Lucia.
Wait, for
dub.
For dub?
Yeah.
Okay. That's weird. Did you watch Aldnoah Zero dub? Whoa. Did you watch Aldnoah Zero dub?
No, I watched sub.
Okay.
Another like big role would be Elizabeth Leones from Seven Deadly Sins.
Yeah.
I've not watched Seven Deadly Sins yet.
I have seen like 6 episodes.
And Violet Evergarden. It's Violet.
It's funny
Erica,
you mentioned Violet again. Oh wait, really?
It's Erica Harlacher.
Oh,
I feel like everybody. I feel like the Netflix voice actors always end up, on all the Netflix based, anime series.
It's probably just the dubbing company that actually cares about it. That's awesome, though. Oh my god.
That is. Now I'm more interested now that I know that.
Yeah. No, honestly, Kakeguri is amazing. I am enjoying every little bit of it.
It's like I watched this.
The second season is amazing.
Knowing that
do you want
voice
to?
actor, I'd probably watch it in dubbed. Since I like somewhat don't have the time to watch it in sub or in the investment, I'd probably watch it in dub. That's why. I'll give sub the chance.
But like, dude, the voice actor's so good in sub. Okay.
It's second guess.
I am going to make you second guess. Let's see. What is an anime that you've actually watched that Saori Hayami has actually voiced in? Because she is awesome. Wait, did you watch? No, you didn't.
What?
You did not watch
Snow White and the Red Hair?
No.
Oh.
Wait, did you watch War No Seraph?
No, those are animes I need to watch.
You're a weenie. And you didn't watch Origairu?
No, I actually started, but never got the time to continue. That's like my, I have that issue where I start an anime and then I forget about it and then continue and then watch a new anime.
That's fair. Did you watch Irregular in Magic High School?
No.
You suck.
I know. It's one of the Irregular. What a guy. Man, I just need to hop off. Isn't a regular Magic High School, whatever the title
Okay,
is?
okay.
Is it?
So, what?
What is the plot? If we're gonna just run through it fast. Like
okay.
what would,
So
genres wise, genre wise.
Oh, it's like a high school magic, but like magic is turned into a science, and it's really cool, and the music's awesome. I don't know, I just really like it.
Yeah,
Maybe it's because it's one of the first like shows that I've watched. Like it's a seasonal show. Like I watched like the first episode, and I'm like, wait, it was back in my youth when I was like, man, I don't understand how anime work. Wait, ooh, this show looked cool. I watched like I want a Crunchyroll. I watched the first episode, and I was like, wait, where's the second episode? What do you mean this one episode? What the hell? And then I realized it was a weekly show, and I was like, okay, I'm hooked. and then it was the first show that I actually ended up watching like weekly. And it was cool. But yeah,
That's cool.
Yeah, dude. She's voiced Sabri Hayami is she voices Sachi from SAO, who's the only one probably you would know.
She also voices Kokoro.
Oh, she does, yeah.
Darling.
From Darling, yeah. And Miyuki from Magical High School.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's main, yeah.
So yeah, dude, you should probably
hop
get on that shit. Get on that.
Oh, I also watched something else from it, but it's obscure.
Okay.
It was
what
like
is it?
English name. It's the Myriad Colors Phantom World.
Oh,
it was Kyo animation. I was so into Kyo animation for the longest
amazing.
time. I think the one anime that made me love Kyo a lot was Shinibyo and K-On!
Yes.
Then like after watching those two, I always like looked for what else. Like, who made like there's Beyond the Boundary, there's Hyoka.
Oh
there's
yes.
Haruhi. There's a lot that Kyo animation does.
Dude, Kyoto Animation has mastered Moe.
They really have.
They've actually mastered Moe. It's amazing. Yeah, dude. Wait, so you watched that dubbed, you said?
I watched that subbed.
Okay.
Because they never had the dub. And I was like, yet. And now they do, I think.
Yeah. Oh, nice. So here's a question for you.
What's up?
How do you consume most of your anime? Is it subbed or dubbed?
Subbed nowadays. Because like if you asked me like 3 years ago, I would say dub.
Really?
But now that I want to keep up with current anime and I want to like watch it instead of like, oh, this anime is gonna be simulcasted and simuldubbed. I don't want to like wait for that that time anymore. I just want to like keep up with everybody and try to like make conversation with people that are also watching the same show instead of being like, oh, please stop, those are spoilers.
Yeah, I get you.
It's like I'm watching dubbed. It's like that's also like
and then they'll shit on you.
Yeah, they will. It's like mentioning dub, boom, shut down. But that's also like why I like stopped kind of watching dubbed at the time. I wanted to keep up.
Okay.
Because all the shows are so good.
Yeah, honestly.
And yeah, some shows just never get dubbed and get dubbed 3 years from when you wanted it to get dubbed.
Seriously though, like on it, I want to know how many shows have gotten like fully dubbed, because I actually haven't looked it up. I didn't bother looking up the like all the anime that's gotten like dubbed
recently.
Honestly, yeah, recently at least.
The one I can think of, well, of course, My Hero would automatically
of course.
dub. The one that I can think right now is ReZero. It's got a dub.
Oh, it got a dub?
It's got a dub by Funny. They stopped at halfway point, and now they continued it.
Oh wow.
That sucks too. It's like if you like stop at episode 12 and it's a 24 episode series, and now you have to wait for the rest of that dub, and then yeah, you'd be behind, and everybody would have watched the show already.
Yeah, that's true. Dude, I just want all like the really weird anime to get dubbed.
And how they
You know,
would,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah, like the obscure ones that like aren't mainstream.
Like the really wacky one.
Mm-hmm.
Like I want to
what,
see
like Nichijou.
like Nichijou, yeah. Like
Yeah, I was gonna.
Nichijou dubbed would be awesome.
Oh man, that would be amazing.
It's just straight up trolling, and it's amazing.
It really is. Like all the goofy animes that just give you a laugh.
Oh my god, I just found something that I probably should watch, but I'm not going to because I feel like it's cancer.
What is it?
The Kankale got a dub.
Wait, what?
The Kantai collection, Kankal? Yeah.
Oh no.
You know, like the ships?
The ships.
Yeah.
Literal ships.
It got a dub.
It got a dub?
Yeah, it did. I need to
Really?
watch
Wait,
it.
hold up. What are the main characters voiced by Alexis Tipton? Really?
Come on, man, I gotta watch. Okay, that's that. Ace Attorney got dubbed.
Yeah, I heard Ace Attorney got dubbed. Like, oh my god, how are you getting this?
I am on an illegal anime streaming service.
You're just going through a double list and
Yes, I am. Yeah. Don't judge.
no worries. It's not like you're watching it.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. Okay, none of none of here are like as wacky of a show. Oh wait, JoJo's got dubbed. Never mind. JoJo's is you know what would be really cool? To be dubbed. Gintama.
Gintama?
Like I don't know how they can do that. Or even like the Monogatari series. Like Bakemonogatari, Monogatari. It's because of like how sophisticated the like the dialogue is in that show. Like I would love to see it dubbed. It'd be amazing.
Like, yeah. I still need to watch all the Monogatari series.
Yeah.
But like
it's a lot.
it really is. Like I'm like going around asking, oh, where do I start? Do you start at when it first released or timeline? But everybody says for like which series got released first and then follow through that.
Yeah, I just went from Bakemono and then onwards.
Got you.
Because Senju Gahara. Actually, no, I am not. I'm actually not a Senju Gahara fan. Okay, yeah, yes. All right. So, like, what? Okay. So, what do you think lures people into watching something dubbed or sub? I think it's honestly for people who a lot of the people who start watching dubbed and then eventually transition to sub are like you can classify them within like two groups.
New anime watchers.
Yeah, new anime watchers, and then like people who are pressured into it because like for some reason it's like such a common thing. Like for people who watch and like, oh yeah, you're like what, I don't know, you're in an anime club or whatever, you're like school or whatever, and then like people are talking about like
a certain series,
a certain series, certain anime, and then like everyone's trying to say like, oh yeah, no, I watched this like in the English, and they were like, what? And then that person like with like the dickwads that are like the freaking superior. I don't know. I actually don't know the word for that. Oddly enough, but like those people just like look down on you and they're like, huh, what a clown. Like, look at this kid. And then like obviously that person would be like, oh well, maybe I guess I'll try it. And yeah. They will try it. And but like you really shouldn't pressure someone. Like have them discover it that way, or if anything, have the like if you want to introduce somebody to a sub like starting to watch sub, you should
instead of starting dub.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You can start with subbed, or you can just like, hey, man, these are like the most recent like showings of anime. Like I know, like dub takes a while to finish and produce and release. Why don't you just watch it here? If you want to watch this, watch it sub. How quick are you at reading?
Oh yeah, how quick are you at reading? That's also like a benefactor. Like you wanna like if there are like that was also like a topic that I wanted to get into, is that if there is action on my screen and there is also text, I would focus more on the action and then lose what they were trying to say and what the whole context was in a flash, which is a bad thing for me.
I mean, it definitely happens. Honestly, because like after watching so much anime, like especially subbed, I've learned to read fast. And
yeah, I've kind of gotten that too. I was like glancing, it's like no, blah 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 blah, and then they're fighting. Trying to catch up myself.
Exactly. And the cool thing about it is though, when you're reading the subtitles, like you tend to you try to match it to like their speech patterns, but you have to realize like now after like finally taking my second semester of Japanese that like the speech patterns are very much like different, and like if you're trying to match it word for word, it actually most of the time it doesn't go word for word, just because of like how the language works. And like with the subbing, it actually like it sort of rephrases things when you're it dubbed. Like when you like if you know a little bit of Japanese, you can like understand like, oh, that's actually like not the direct translation, but like this translation is much better
because there's stuff that can't be translated right, and more translated multiple ways.
Well, it's more of like the flow wouldn't work.
Yeah, like I'm like thinking of phrases that always end up like popping up, but I can't right now. It's like, is something the matter? Is that correct? Like, wouldn't it be better if it was, is something wrong? Wouldn't that flow better? Like that phrase always catches me. Why aren't they saying is something wrong? Is something the matter? It's like I don't mind it. It's just I was like, okay.
That's fair, honestly. Alright, so like honestly, for the nice little tip for anybody who's who needs speed reading like tests and lessons, I would like for you to watch the Monogatari series and try to follow along really quickly.
Is it really that intense?
It's not that it's for a little bit, like most of the time it's not, but when Senjukahara and Mr. MC are talking, it just goes and it's awesome. And it's amazing because like the clips that they have with each other are pretty great. Honestly, when I watched it, like when I started the series, I was still new and I was like, fuck. And I had to rewind like 15 seconds.
Yeah, like, I do that if I like miss a key talking point. It's like I have to rewind. Oh, what did they say? And then there are the moments where it's like you're reading the subtitles, and you like see a translation that you wouldn't like see normally. It's like if they say like a phrase, and it's like, oh, I was not expecting them to say something like this, unless you understood the Japanese and caught it first before the subtitles came up.
I am not that good yet. Honestly, taking like 3 years of a break before taking the second semester of this class is probably retarded. That's okay. That's okay. I'm doing fine. Okay. It's fine.
All is good. All is well.
Man. Hi, man.
All right.
What anime have you watched?
Dubbed.
Yes.
First.
But
what? What's up?
Nah, that's it. That's for now.
First, well, this.
Well, just anything.
Well,
just,
it
like what anime,
to,
like in general.
Would like full series would have to be SAO, watched in dub. The first season.
I watched it dub too.
Like I wouldn't count like early day Naruto or Dragon Ball because I have like it was typical. It's on your television and there wasn't like it was.
Hey man, Adult Swim is dope.
Yeah, it always ended up to be like dub, unless there were some cases where it was sub.
Oh yeah.
And then like FMA, not Brotherhood at that time. Mm-hmm. And that's about it. Like those are the ones I can like remember early days of anime watching that I've watched dubbed.
What about like just now in general? What if like your total of dubbed anime? Can you count them all in one hand? Because I think I can count mine in my 10 with 2 hands.
Probably maybe a bit over 10, probably like 15.
15? Do you remember all of them?
I remember. Okay, let me pull up Kyo animation because those are the majority of them. Like there was like Beyond the Boundary. I watched dubbed.
What, you watched?
Yeah, okay.
Dubbed?
You gotta understand. I was still in the state of watching dubbed.
Bro,
and
like,
Kyo animation. I was like,
the Idol episode.
I know. Okay, well, I like because it wasn't dubbed, so I like watched it. So and that was the only sub part of the.
Oh really?
It didn't get dubbed over. I don't remember.
Oh, that's
it.
Awesome.
It was subbed over. It was still sub.
That's awesome. I love that song.
Because I remember like a couple years ago I would like hop between my brother's room and my room to see like, oh, what anime. So it's like I consider my brother like a like doesn't have trash anime taste. So he had like Shinibio, watch that.
Nice.
Beyond the Boundary, yes. K-On, yes. More recently, Violet.
Yeah, we talked about it a lot. Yeah.
What else from Kyo? Like, I think that's about it. There's Tamako Market. I've watched a whole lot of Kyo and dubbed.
That's fair. Honestly, it's fine to watch it dubbed. Kyoto Animation, man, you're there for the moe. You're not there for the sub. Sometimes you're there for the substance.
It's like they pulled off I consider they pulled off the characters like great.
I haven't had the pleasure of watching any of the Kyo animations dubbed. Oddly enough, like I figured, I honestly thought I would have, but I never bothered. But dude, it's like I don't know. Okay, so I think I can count everything that I've watched dubbed. Are we exempting Naruto, One Piece?
Yes.
Okay, so none of the Adult Swim ones.
Yeah, those are like you're fine.
Okay, so SAO, yeah, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
I've
I'd say
watched
stuff on like streaming services nowadays.
streaming services in our days.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so SAO. I watched Infinite Shadows, much to my sadness.
I regretted
What?
everything about that.
I regretted everything about that. I actually watched Steins Gate dubbed. That was
really?
actually awesome. That was awesome. It had one of my favorite like scenes that I love sending to people because
Oh wait,
it was just
no.
it was
You're
like
gonna-
awesome.
You're gonna hate
What?
me.
What?
There's some from A1 Pictures that I watched. Well, the ones who made, sort of course. I watched Your Lie in April and dubbed.
Jenny.
I then I watched it in subbed. Okay, I redeemed myself. I think Erased had a dub too. No, Erased did not have a dub at the time. I watched that. I think that was like my first transition to sub, actually. Was Erased.
Shit. Oh man, dude, you completely threw me off there.
What?
Oh, I was so ready to kill you. I
What?
would have driven 4 hours to strangle you if you told me to only watch Your Lie in April dubbed.
Like, and rewatching it was still like an adventure because it was so good the first time.
Exactly. I prefer watching things subbed first and then dubbed. That's usually how I go about things, except for Dragon Ball Super. But I digress. Oh, Code Geass. I watched dubbed. I watched Inuyasha
Oh,
dubbed.
wouldn't that be
I
considered Adult
Is
Swim
that a-
Tsunami? I think
I don't
Inuyasha
know.
was shown. Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
As I remember watching that, but not fully.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think the entirety of it was shown, but I actually watched it in the Philippines. Oddly enough, right? And Cowboy Bebop,
Cowboy.
Obviously.
Cowboy.
and Cowboy Bebop, Full Metal.
Yes, I watched FMA and duh. Yeah.
Yeah, I think everyone did, and they should because it's actually really good. They did a really
Not
good job.
the Brotherhood one.
Not Brotherhood.
Like, no. I
You didn't
watched
like-
Brotherhood in dubbed. The first one I heard was off
It was okay. It was
with their
okay.
storyline. Did not
little
follow the manga. I heard.
Yeah, but you know, that's a whole nother thing. That's why Brotherhood came out.
Yeah, that's the better brother.
Yeah. I actually watched the first season of Attack on Titan dubbed.
Mhm.
Soul Eater, I watched dubbed. I think everyone.
I don't. Yeah, I don't see a problem watching Soul Eater dubbed.
It was a lot more fun dubbed, honestly. Really old one, Trigun.
Oh, Trigun? Yeah, like I feel like the older ones I can understand dub.
Yeah, that was really good dubbed.
Also, I watched Absolute Duo in dub.
What?
Nothing.
What the heck, dude?
Okay, it was still in that area of I was still watching dub. Yeah, I'm probably still gonna. I'm like, these are like, if I have the time to watch a lot of these like old series that I watch in dubbed in the first, then I'm watching sub if I have that time.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's perfectly
The
fine. Nah,
judgment.
I'm not judging. I'm trolling.
Yeah.
What else is really good dub that I watch?
All the 4Kids dub was like, come on.
Gonna die.
Pokemon.
Oh man. Oh no. I love this donut. I can't get over that. It was amazing.
Sonic.
No, oh, come on. Oh, I watched Guilty Crown.
Guilt. Oh, really?
I
thought
watched
you
it
watched
subbed.
that.
I watched it subbed, but then I watched. Oh, I mean, everything that I'm like naming now, I watched subbed first before I watch, because like that's usually how I end up going about things. Do you remember your first experience, like exposure to like? Did you start sub or dub?
I
feel like everybody
dub.
started dub.
Yeah.
Okay. What was your first exposure to sub?
To subbed would
Because mine was really weird.
like how? What do you mean?
Like, okay, do you remember the Prince of Tennis?
Yeah, you were talking about that.
Yeah, it was like a sports anime, and like they showed on Toonami, and I ended up I was like, oh man, this show's so cool, and I was on like the Cartoon Network website, and I was like watching on Toonami. I was like freaking, I don't even know how old I was. I was probably like 11 or something. I was like 11 or 12 or 13, something like that, around my early teens and tweens. And I was like, oh man, this is really cool. I like this. This is awesome. And then I was like, oh whoa, there's more than like freaking 60 episodes. What are the other episodes like? And then I went into like a season. I was just like, I got into it. I actually didn't. I actually did not like it when it was subbed. That's the weird thing about it.
Oh,
because the main character, and it was very common at the time, but I didn't know that, and I didn't have the understanding of that yet. But it was voiced by a female voice actress.
Oh, like how you
can voice actor.
Like how can they be both? How they are both?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, I was
how
just
they
like,
can voice.
Yeah, I was just like, huh? Wait, why does he sound like a girl now? Like, wait, I don't get this. This is so weird. And 11-year-old me is like, okay, well, I'll just watch up until the like English, and then I'll end it from there, and I'll forget about it. And I actually have yet to catch up with Prince of Tennis, even though I really like that anime.
Okay.
Yeah, that was weird.
That is like mine wasn't too obscure. I was like, let me pick up subbed, because a lot of shows that I wanted to watch were like subbed, and like when I was like searching around like, oh, when will this get a dub, blah blah blah, and there was like they're like,
wow, you were really versatile when you were a kid. Wait, when did you start? Oh wait, I never got to ask this. Actually, when did you start watching anime? Yeah,
like teens actually. It wasn't as early as you think.
Earlier, like late teens.
Late.
Really?
Like I still consider myself fresh, but like I have watched a lot of anime.
Do you remember when?
It was senior year of high school. That's how late it was. Yeah, but no, but I don't consider that, because at the time I did watch Sword Art on Toonami. Probably
really?
Like probably 2 years earlier than that. So, and then there was like the break. So, because I wasn't really like watching it at all.
Oh, okay.
It's probably playing my games.
Playing your games?
I wasn't too into watching. I'd want to like do something physically. So yeah. And then I like started watching I forgot. I think I was continuing on with what is this? I continued with Sword Art since I didn't watch the full series. So I finished that, and then from there on I watched like other would you consider Sword Art a shonen?
It is technically a shonen.
Because he technically loses half the time.
Yeah, I mean, he's a weenie, but you know what? He's fine.
Like all the fantasy action adventure at the time I was very
Kirito
into.
sucks.
Yeah, he does. New season, it's all about Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, actually though, Yu-Gi-Oh.
I haven't caught up, so
You haven't caught up. The most recent episode was awesome.
I need to watch it probably
Yeah.
tomorrow. But like
Maybe
looking
really
at well, like Aniplex did, like like I was diehard Sword Art.
That's
Like,
fair.
I wouldn't
A lot of
expand
people are.
past that at that time. That was the sad part. I wouldn't expand. I would be like, ew, what's this? But like
Dude,
the first,
I had the exact opposite reaction, dude.
yeah, you did. But then
was
when
like,
like
no, go.
like I probably, like, thinking about it now, Erased was probably my first like dive into sub, because it was not getting a dub at any time
Whoa,
soon.
that
and
late?
it was very late.
Wow, that's awesome.
26, like, yeah, I'm still fresh, I'd consider, but like I've watched pretty much old series, so
Okay.
I know like Gurren Lagann,
Obviously,
etc.
right? Wow, that's
But yeah,
crazy.
because I was like, everyone was talking about Erase, and like it was good. Like I don't regret watching that, because I was really interested in like mystery and psychological, and supernatural stuff like that. And then from there on, I was like, I'm gonna give Sub the chance, and like continued watching Sub from there on. And that was basically it.
Wow, you're still a flegeling. You're
Even though I've like
fledgling.
I went back in years to watch like the older series like Nisekoi.
That feeling when you think Nisekoi is an older series.
It isn't.
It is not.
But it's like
I watched it when it was coming out, man.
I know, but like going back like 2 years. I'm not like, I wasn't too fond of early animation. It wasn't
Really?
like, I like it. I can get behind it. It just wasn't my like go-to. I want to watch this because their animation was very clean.
Okay. I forgot, you're an animation. Like, you care a lot about animation.
Like, there's like, yeah. I can't argue with that.
Yeah, that's fair. See, I'm a person who cares a lot more about like dialogue and story, and but mostly dialogue, because I love it when shows have like really sophisticated dialogue. It's interesting, and it shows a lot. It reflects the characters a little bit better. I actually mostly watch shows that are like character heavy, like character focused heavy. And so that's why I watch like really shitty shows like Glass Slip.
What?
Have you heard of that? Have you heard of Glass Slip? Okay. It is a show where nothing happens.
Huh?
It's exactly. It's okay. So new guy shows up, interrupts a friend group. That's it. But then everything gets resolved because everyone's friends in the end, because nothing bad actually happens. And it was so weird, but I enjoyed it because it was just like a character study, and it was also very Moe. But it was like tense Moe, not like Moe, not like K-On. It's not like K-On. It was like Nagi no Asakara. Did you watch that?
Nagi?
You watched Nagi? Yeah.
Of course.
Nagi Ase? Okay,
actually, thinking about it, that was my first sub. I enjoyed everything about that anime so much.
Was that my first sub too? I think so, actually. Actually no, it wasn't my first sub. It was like my first dive into the slice of life fantasy-ish. Because it was a kind of a slice of life thing. Because that was my first dive into slice of life.
Like the description pulled me in. It was like how sea people.
Sea people.
Well, not sea people. People who lived.
Mer people.
Mer.
murder people
And then
without fit.
people who live on land like have like this I don't remember. Is it they had like issues, right?
They had
They
it was
weren't
like it was like a coexistence type thing.
like yeah. It's like they didn't
Yeah.
wanna they had problems.
Yeah, exactly. You know what's fun? You know what that reminded me of?
What?
And it might be, but just because I've been watching like the movies over again because I don't have time to read the books. I've been watching like it reminds me a little bit of like the whole wizard and like Muggle thing from Harry Potter, and that's now that I'm like, saying it out loud, it makes
like-
so much sense.
Like how like if you're this type, you're not particularly accepted.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's why I loved it. They added that along with the story and it made me disappointed. I'm not disappointed in a bad way, more like I hate in a good way. Like they did everything. It was amazing.
It was really yeah. Okay, you know what that show? Every time I think of it, there's always this one really cringy moment that I always remember.
What is it?
The rejection.
Yeah.
I think of every time I think of that show, I'm like, oh no, why? That was awful. I feel so bad for him.
I know.
And then he doesn't age. Oh, I can't. That was the spoiler. It's okay.
If you weren't expecting spoilers and something,
it's a show that came out like 6 years ago. If you've not seen it, go fuck yourself.
Watch it like right now during this podcast.
No, don't watch it during the podcast. listen to us blabber about garbage anime opinions.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But yeah, dude, you're actually such a young watch.
But I like to consider myself that, but at the same time, I did.
You're pretty versed.
Like
you're well versed.
Rewatch or watch older. Not just sticking with current year anime and moving on. I try to go back and watch like stuff that's
smart. That's smart. You should do that. I think anyone who's recently started, you should go back to like older. I guess what people would consider classic.
Oh yeah.
Like I think that was the first thing I did once I was like officially started liking anime. Just before I was kind of like blasé about it and I didn't really know about like the actual like anime scene or whatever. Like I'd watch something subbed or dubbed or whatever. I think one of the first shows that I ended up watching subbed was SAO, and after that I was just like, oh man, this is actually really cool. And then I watched Irregular Magic High School. Well, I followed that seasonally, and I was like, man, this is actually awesome. Like, why I should keep at this whole. And then I watched Nagiasu, and over time I was just like, okay, what are like classics? And so I went on like YouTube and like looked up top 10 like must watch, and I ended up watching all of like the must watch stuff. Like I watched Anohana, Clannad, things like that, like Nichijou, Haruhi.
Oh, I also followed like this list. Like it was like it was on a site, and it was like it's like a tree. It's like if you like this type of anime, you might want to start with this. If you like this type of anime, you like want to start with that. Like I think I still have the link, and I
send me that link, bro.
Yeah, I still have it.
Yeah, send it.
It's like it's pretty old, but like when I read it, I was like, I really did enjoy this anime, and I really did enjoy everything from this. Let me DM it to you.
Thank you. All right.
It's like a chart, and then I like found Chinibyo off this. I found like Kokoro Connect.
Go Viano! Oh my god,
yeah.
Chris, if you're in the chat, Chris, bruh.
Where is Chris?
Okay, funny story about my freshman year of college. Chris and I were roommates. So, and I think it was either I don't remember if it was me or him that actually first got found Gobiano.
Mhm.
Boyano.
Boyan, yeah, I always say go
Boyano.
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 Go Bueno.
Go Boyano. Whatever. And I think there was, when we first watched it, I think we stayed up until like 3 in the morning, like
Mhm.
going through like the quizzes and like the random stupid articles on the show, and it's amazing. It was just like, wow. And
Hell
like,
yeah! Like this site has got like all of that.
Wait, were you following it when they had like the Ultimate Waifu Wars? Because that shit was awesome. Oh, you missed it.
No, wait, yes, I did. I remember.
Dude, it was awesome.
It was great. But yeah, this is how I was first like. I was slowly, after like watching SAO. I think Eric gave me this list, and it was like I followed it. I don't like. It's like,
whoa.
And then from there, I was like following the flowchart and like, oh, what? I enjoyed this, and then I enjoyed that.
Meta humor, Seikano. I agree. College age cast, golden time. Duh.
So yeah, I guess no game, no life.
Let's see. In my line of expertise, which is rom-coms. Let's see. I have seen Toradora. I have seen Origairu. I have seen Gekkan Shoujo Nozaki-kun. Have you seen Toradora?
Hell yeah. That was also my first like slice of life.
Wow, nice.
Toradora was great. I want to watch it. I really do.
Oh god. Let's see. Golden Time, amazing.
Golden Time, yeah.
School Rumble. Oh my god, School Rumble.
Nisekoi. Also High School DxD and Shuffle. Incest.
No.
I actually did watch it.
It's Nore Emo.
Nore? I did watch it. I didn't finish it because I didn't want to.
My Sunny Koku. Cross Games, Amagi SS. Chunibyo. Delusional Super Nerd.
And then if you go left, lighthearted casual comedy with some romance and supernatural stuff, Yamada and the Seven Witches.
Yamakun, yes.
Yes.
Nichijou. I love Nichijou. Witchcraft Works, I actually haven't watched. Slice of Life turned drama. Kokoro Connect.
I loved, yes. Kokoro Connect I enjoyed a lot.
Yeah.
Every time an episode ended, I was like, I need to continue. Like, I cannot stop on this.
If you like Kokoro Connect, there's another show that it came out, I think, 2 seasons ago, that I think you might like.
What is it?
It's called Just Because.
Oh, that's on my list.
It's very reminiscent of Kokoro Connect.
Really? Okay, yeah. I have a lot to watch, but Just Because was like on there for sure.
It was really
and good. Then I disregarded because I think at the time it was on Amazon, and I like rarely hopped into the Amazon like Prime Watch because I don't think it was subbed by or on Crunchy. But since Verve has control of High Dive, I think they have it. Yup.
Heavy cringe.
Like High Dive? What's up?
I'm on the Slice of Life connection right now.
We are roaming way off topic.
Okay, yeah. Back to sub versus dub. Anyway,
we'll also link the list at like the end of the podcast, or like now. Like,
we'll link you guys the list, and you'll see why we were so captivated by it.
It's such a good
It's a really good list, honestly.
Yeah.
All right. So tell me how yours started. I'll tell you how I actually started with getting into subs. I think it was 10th grade of high school. I was friends with Alex. You know Alex.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alex and I, like, we were playing. I think we were playing League or something, and then we were playing League for a while, and then after that, like Matthew, John, Steven, not Steven with us, but Matthew,
Steven was
John,
always with you.
Steven was there, I think. But yeah, Jonathan and Matthew both got off, and Alex was like, "Hey, Eli, do you watch anime?" I was like,
No.
I guess not really." But I was like, "All right, cool." And he linked me a Kiss anime, like link for SAO, and and we basically for the rest of that day we simulcast. Well, we like simulplayed, SAO. And we watched it, and I was like, holy shit, dude, this is awesome. Good shit.
It is like SAO is if you haven't like been introduced through SAO, I feel like it gets so much hate.
It
like,
does because of the people who love it so much that overdo it.
Like like a bit off topic. My professor was actually talking about it on like Tuesday night.
What?
He mentioned it. This is my like 3D modeling professor. He mentioned it, but then like how he enjoyed it, but not the half that gets the most hate. Of course, no one would agree, but he talked about how it was culturally like appropriate for Japanese culture. Like that's totally fine, but it wasn't. That's why it wasn't like totally what was the word, like welcomed when people in America watched it, and like stuff like that, and they like why they got hate for it, even though it was totally fine for that to happen there. He even like called up his like Japanese friend to kind of like get it straight, and like they were like, yeah, that's totally fine to marry or to date your cousin.
Whoa. Even though they didn't actually date, and it was
they
just
didn't.
really
it was
awkward,
it
and
was,
he actually rejected her and said it was inappropriate, but people forget about that. I'm
it's
talking
like
really
everybody
fast
just
because
like
I've explained this way too much.
Yep. It's not worth it.
Actually, though, like
SAO talk.
JJ the Killer,
It's
365. Who?
Javon. It's
Javon. What's up, my
how
guy?
are you doing?
I don't know. We talked about a little bit of sub and dubs, and then we got really off topic because we found a really awesome list. Thanks, Elvin.
That's not my fault.
But yeah, all right, back to the story, I guess.
Yo.
All right, so like after that, I was like, oh man, this is awesome, and Alex and I went back and forth. He gave me a list of shows to watch. I ended up watching most, if not all, of that list. And then I was like, I started fending off for myself, as one person would do after their anime sensei has left them to their own accord. I ended up watching Nagiasu, and then after I watched Nagiasu and like obviously Mahoka, I moved on. I was like, huh, Anohana.
Oh.
I like the feels from Nagiasu. So I'll see what Anohana is like. And I watched Anohana. I cried, and then I made Alex watch it. And
Anohana is an experience.
Dude, it's such a great show.
Especially the ending.
Please don't.
I'm not gonna get into it, but I like, you cannot go wrong with watching that. It is totally worth it. And I heard it got dubbed.
It did. I watched it dubbed actually recently because I rewatched the show. It wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad.
It was not bad.
Okay.
I still prefer the sub.
Mm-hmm.
Just because of like the other thing that I don't think English voice actors can capture very well as opposed to Japanese voice actors is the emotion. And the emotion that was needed for that last scene needs to be like overwhelming, and it was within like the sub, but in the dub it was kind of like it was okay. And I was still like teary up because, you know, it's just such a good show, man.
Yeah, you can't go wrong.
Yeah, so like that was my introduction to sub. Then else I kind of just went down, and I actually was one of those sub purists for like a long time.
Really?
I was for like a good year and a half. And then I ended up, I know, for like a good year now. So actually, if you and I were like as close friends as we are now, back then I probably would have given you so much shit for watching watching dubbed. But like now like I'm honestly chilled out. I feel like I've approached like anime nirvana, and I'm like I really don't give a fuck.
It's like you don't
what I'm watching.
After a certain time, like you don't care, but as long as they do it right, then you feel like it's like if they do dubbed right, and if they do it like as I said earlier. So if they do it right, there's nothing wrong with it at all.
Yeah, I agree with that, and it's definitely gotten so much better.
I still get bashed here and there for like
a lot of people
mentioning dubbed. But yeah.
Like, who bashes you, bro? What the hell?
Well, not like in mentioning dubbed, like I can't like jeez. It's like I mentioned dub, it's like I'm trying to defend it, but it was like it wasn't like true bashing, it's just like play teasing because they also watch dub sometimes and they appreciate it, but it's like but then there are the diehard ones that tease me for watching dub. They're like I really like subbed and I will never lay hands or hear dubbed, and my ears would like totally burn if I heard dubbed.
Yes, when your ear catch on fire when you realize the dub is actually not that bad.
Like it really
man, it made me hate myself back then. Now that I think about it.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, fuck, dude, I was an asshole.
Sub purist.
I was a sub purist for a while, and understandable.
Like when you start dubbed and then you move to sub, you kind of just can't like be a purist of sub because you started dubbed and it wouldn't make sense at all.
That's true, but I would consider my first start to actually be sub just because.
Totally fair. Yeah.
I started sub and then I went to dub, but that was before like I realized like all the shows that I was watching when I was like Dragon Ball, One Piece, and all that shit. I didn't realize that was like anime.
Oh yeah.
Until I actually started watching anime. Then I was like, oh shit, dude, I've been watching anime that's dubbed for so long and I didn't mind it. So like, yeah, I was just being an ass for no reason.
Yeah.
Okay, one thing that I can't stand to watching sub, like even though I did watch it, freaking Dragon Ball, dude. I can't watch Dragon Ball subbed. I can't.
You can't.
The nostalgia factor of Dragon Ball like is completely gone when I watch it subbed. But when I watch it dubbed, it's the same. It's like almost the same voice actors, and I'm like, dude, this is amazing. Like I remember my childhood, but then when I'm watching it subbed, I'm like, the fuck? No, you are not my Goku. So like,
yeah, it's like you're so used to hearing a certain voice and you're like, you're not my insert character name here. Like I do that a lot. It's like, you're not my blah blah blah.
Yeah. See, the other thing is like after watching Infinite Shadows dubbed, I refused to watch anything with Kana Hanazawa in it. That wasn't if Kana Hanazawa voiced somebody in the original, I would never watch anything dubbed. But if someone's replacing her as the voice actress, because there's no one that can capture that, in my opinion. Though, yeah, someone can prove me wrong. Like
someone can.
All right, chat. This is your chance. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong.
It'll never
It'll never happen. But yeah, dude, I don't know. Is there a show that you can't watch either subbed or dubbed? Because that was like Dragon Ball was my big thing. Naruto I was okay with because Naruto was a little bitch in the beginning.
I don't know. Like, I feel like I'm more like like I'm more open. Like, I'll hear the voices and I'd love to, like, I'd be that person who loves that voice, but I'll hear it. But I wouldn't like be I have to, I already know the character and I only want to hear their voice. I wouldn't be like that. Like, I'll give subbed, dubbed a chance to, like, I wouldn't mind hearing. I wouldn't be, I don't think I would at all.
Yeah, I'm quite the stickler for voice, but then again, I'm like hopefully training to be one. So working on it, not working out so well. I got shelved by my first audition. That's okay. That's okay. My name is up there.
Voice acting, though.
Dude, the process is actually such a pain in the ass, but it's pretty worth it. If you get it.
You betcha. It's like a huge turn off.
Yeah, honestly, like all the voice work that you have to do. I think I actually did not speak for an entire day until like my audition. It was crazy. It was probably like the most daunting thing ever. Because instead of like saying thank you, I had to like preserve my voice and I get to the warm ups and like going to the city, and I was just like, every time somebody held the door open for me, I just nodded instead of saying thank you. And I was like, I feel like an ass. I have to do this. It was, dude. It was such a. It's also like it takes a sense of professionalism too. Like, I didn't realize how professional some of the people there were. Until like I got there, like I'm so out of my league. I just want to do this for fun.
So everybody's so.
Actually,
dedicated.
and a lot of the people, I was also probably one of the youngest people there. Like, I think there was like one person that was like a year older than me, 2 years older than me, but then the other people were like freaking in their 30s and late 20s.
I feel like
there was one really cool old dude though.
Like, I really feel like it should be more diverse in age,
It
but
is.
I feel like the younger talent are like more up and coming nowadays, which is good.
It's good
with their age and their voice. Like, they're already matured, so their voice wouldn't change. That like a prepubescent and their voice would change in the middle of a series.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that would be the most like uncommon.
That
like,
yeah, I think that's why they have like very few people that would actually like. I think you can, but I think around like 13 to 15, you're kind of like being like, you really can't like audition, which is interesting.
Yeah.
So like that was a really weird thing for me too. It's just like, oh,
which
okay, cool.
Kind of makes sense because
Like,
their voice can be like, ha,
exactly,
a minute. Like in episode 1, it was his voice.
Yeah,
and then episode 2, it got deeper, and then in episode 3, it's the deepest. It's like, what happened to this character? Where are we going with this?
It's like trying to make it such a dynamic sort of game. It was interesting. But yeah, that was my experience of my first audition, and I'm probably looking for more.
Like, I really do want to get into voice acting. It's like one of the things I really wanted to do, but at the same time, I don't want to hear my voice in an anime I like get a part in, and turns out I wanted to watch that anime. It's like, that would be the
It
Like-
would be such a spoiler too.
It's like, I know
If
the
it's
entire.
simulcast, that is.
That is if it's simulcast, and that is if you play a main character, not just an extra.
I would take an extra any.
Yeah, I would take an extra too. That's like the dipping your toes into the voice acting. It's like you gotta just take the small parts and kind of accept it. You can't be walking in there like, I want to voice Kirito.
I mean, that role's already taken. His voice acting is pretty good.
Yeah, you can't like I'm just like for an example, like a main protagonist that has like, and then if his voice gets shot, and then boom, they need a new voice.
Boom, they need a new voice. Thanks, D. Yeah, that's what feels bad, bro.
Like there is also like the sad parts of like voice acting, like people would have to like retire because
I mean, there are some people who are actually like who've been around for a long time. It's amazing.
yeah, it's very impressive.
One of my favorite voice actors, Darren DePaul, is
Darren DePaul.
he's been voice acting for a while now. He's amazing. I love Darren DePaul. He's like the grandpa I've always wanted.
Yes. Like, his voice acting is so good.
What's up? Hold up, what?
Oh,
Hi.
What? What's
What
up,
do you need?
Siobhan? What is it? Bum, bum, ba-da, da-da-da. Okay. Alright.
I have Automa stuck in my head, by the way.
Automa?
Automas. You know, the
Oh,
intro to Alicization.
yeah.
I have it stuck in my head.
I have it on my playlist.
Still.
I feel
Still.
like that is like a gym song too.
That is the most hype
Like
song
you can
for
you can
SAO so far. Because
Yeah.
honestly, Crossing Field was
Crossing
like
Crossing Field is
awesome.
like a peaceful is getting
Yeah,
there. But then
yeah.
and
Automas.
and then Automas. Like comparing all the SA openings, Automas so far is really good. I
I think it's my favorite. It's my favorite.
Like it is my favorite. Like Crossing Field is nostalgic, but Automas is bang! You can jam to this.
Actually, though, it's so good. I actually listened to someone covering it, and she did it really good. I'll send it to you later.
Got you, yeah.
Oh my
Please
god.
do.
It's funny, like I'm pretty sure they changed, like when translating to sub and dub, they also changed the like the intro song. You noticed that?
What do you mean?
I mean, it's like a lot of the like okay, I guess it's just because it's for kids, but like most of the openings, yeah, they always change it, and I've always found that very weird. That it's like not the same like intro.
Opening throughout the entire like season.
No. For the for between like sub and dub, they always like pick one. They never actually change. Like either they make their own, or they have like a or they just pick one for the entire series, which I think is really weird. And like I prefer like the dynamic opening endings.
Uh-huh.
Like they don't like mostly think of like Pokemon. Did you watch Pokemon back then?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, like all the Pokemon intro songs, man. Like that was not the gem.
Best.
I know it became such a nostalgic meme. But you ever realize that like that wasn't the intro in like the original Japanese.
Yeah.
And you realize like wait, it's so iconic now, though. Like people have become famous for lip syncing that song.
Yup.
Like it's pretty ridiculous.
Like he also cannot not know that song. It is.
Yeah, it's
classed.
iconic.
It's iconic, and you can, if you hear the beginning, then boom.
Exactly.
Like you should know what's coming up next.
If you don't, then like I don't know, man. What the heck is wrong with you? But yeah, that's like the other weird thing I ended up noticing was like the weird changes with like that they do when like translating or dubbing something over like to the States or even the Philippines. Like
Mhm.
I mean, those are like the two that I've mostly got exposure to. So I'm very very curious how other like
People
people
got
actually do dub. But you know what I want to know? If there is an English, like a British, like anime dubbing team,
there probably is.
and I want to watch one of those dubbed, right?
Like there's animes that come from the UK and Europe. There are European animes out there. I wonder how their dubbing
Like I just want to
process
know the
is.
dub, dude. No, I just want to watch one of them dub. Like, can you imagine British Kirito?
Oh, I don't think. I feel like if it comes to that, then it's just
I would die. I would be so happy.
like American English with no accent. British
exactly.
Kirito. Oh,
Come on.
oh
That would
boy.
be awesome. British Deku.
There's German. There's French.
I want to know what those dubs sound like to be.
Like SAO is on Netflix and they do multi-dubs along with Crunchyroll as of late. They've done multi-dub.
Let me go non-American English, please. Give me give me the craziest.
Give me UK
Give me
English.
Yeah, give me like British English. That'd be awesome. Or Australian. Oh my god,
Ooh.
Australian. Imagine Australian awesome. I love that we keep using SAO as a frame of reference.
Yeah,
that's our first anime. Get over it, people.
It's like you can't not talk about SAO in any of these podcasts.
It's
like I think we've talked about
it.
We've talked about it in every podcast.
We have from the first, second, third. Yeah, I know we have. We have actually talked about SAO every single podcast. It's pretty ridiculous.
Yup.
I mean,
but it's totally fine.
It has nostalgic value for us, so that's fine.
Mm-hmm. Like how if people growing up now would it be?
It's My Hero.
My Hero.
It's My Hero. It's My Hero. And and they're gonna realize that they're gonna defend My Hero, like to the moon and back.
Oh.
And then like within maybe 3-4 years,
5 years.
Someone's gonna be saying like that. It's a shit show, man. They're gonna like
that's gonna be bash, SAO. How people bash SAO, and then how people bash Naruto.
Exactly. It's
like there is a cycle. There is a cycle that everybody's gonna fulfill.
Like every iconic anime will always be bashed.
It's like that's so
per generation.
Why are you watching that? Because it was my child.
Exactly, and
it's like it is someone's childhood. So, and it will get bashed.
Oh yeah. So if you think that My Hero is like immune to bashing, wait and see.
Yeah, there will be that one person in a group of people along with that will bash My Hero for being what it is. But
even though I think it's really good.
It's good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
If it doesn't have a downfall, then this might be the first.
Yeah, honestly though, like every anime gets bashed. Like the only one I can think of that doesn't get bashed that's iconic enough is One Piece. But then again, One Piece is
One Piece
legendary.
is still going. One Piece is
but
still
One Piece
going
is
too.
legendary though. It's such an anomaly.
I bash it because like I don't.
Dude, it keeps
like I'm not bashing
shonen.
Not bashing to like, but I just can't catch up 1,000 episodes.
You can be Steven.
Yeah, Steven has broken that. I was like, whenever he was free, he would watch it.
Yeah.
That's crazy. This man is dedicated to his anime watching.
I mean, if you like a show that much with that many episodes, like honestly, I would do the same thing if I really liked it that much. But I really didn't. Again, shonen isn't really my my genre of expertise. So
Yeah.
um I probably wouldn't put too much effort into watching all of it. But if like I watched the entirety of like Dragon Ball Super for like within like 2-3 days. That's 92 episodes in the dub. Like, I liked it because I used like my free time to actually watch it, which was actually really weird because I felt really far behind in my writing and planning. That's okay. Because I was also working at the time. So basically, like I think I watched like 2 episodes before work, and then as soon as I got home, I was like, all right, cool. I'm tired as hell. I'm in bed. I'm just gonna watch anime.
Yeah.
Hey man, pushing people around in the freaking hospital is awful.
You gotta do something.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, like it's crazy, and I think that's what's gonna. You know, the funny thing is, like the hate for dub. Have you realized it's slowly been fading away? Much like the whole.
Surprisingly, yeah.
It's because it's just advancing, and like again, like the community is evolving. Like we're getting better.
We're starting
we're
to
getting
accept
smarter.
it. We're starting to accept something that wasn't the norm, and something that people never accepted in the past.
And you can also blame that on anime becoming a little bit more mainstream, and then like
yeah,
if it brings people together, then
that's totally fine by me.
That's fine, yeah.
But then there are the people that are like not all on that, not aboard that train, and be like, I want it to stay this way forever.
Yeah, no,
and not move forward and not advance.
That's awful. Like, don't have that mentality. Remember,
it really isn't a good mentality. Because, like, how are you gonna accept people that are interested in the same thing but never like watch it in dub and you watch it in sub? But technically, you've watched the same show. You experienced it differently though, but it portrayed the same story, animation, and so on and so forth. Just the voices were different. How are you gonna? You kind of can still bond with the show. It's like you like this part of this show, you like that part of the show. But if you're
like, the show doesn't change that much.
It doesn't. But like, just the thought of someone saying, I watched it in dub, turns it off. You're not allowed to talk about this show with me because you watched it in dub. Like, that mentality doesn't work.
That's awful. See,
like, I've watched a lot of shows that in dub that others have watched in sub, and I think looking back, I think that's happened to me, where it's like I was so afraid to say I watched stuff in dub back in the day and how they watched it in sub. Did I say dub or sub?
You said dub to begin with, so you're good.
Okay,
you're good.
I'm good. And they watched it in sub when it came out, and I'm like, oh. But I'm never mentioning I watched it in dub because they would totally bring up, why would you watch it in dub? Sub is 10 times better.
I mean, sorry. I mean, that's the thing though. If you and I were actually like talked about anime back then, I would be one of those people. I would be one of those people. You would be one of
those people. Like, nowadays, I don't care. I was always the person that fought for dub people. It's like, we're watching the same show. We shouldn't really disagree on like stuff that we literally watch technically because it's a show. You watch it for the story, the plot,
and animation. If you're
animation, yeah. And if you're me, animation, because if it looks freaking awesome, you can't not appreciate that.
Exactly. Oh man, that would have been so funny. Just saying, if you and I had started talking about anime back in the day, this show would not have existed. Or it could have existed a lot. Actually, I don't know.
Just the butt heads.
Yeah, just so you and I could talk about it a little bit more. It's like, I feel like now, just because like we've both grown, we've both matured. It's a lot easier for us to talk about things, and I guess that's like the beauty of growing up. But at the same time, Man, it would have been so funny butting heads in the past. That would have been awesome.
I know that would have been like.
That would have been war.
That would have been war.
Like, it would be like the real Moe versus Toast war.
It wouldn't be Moe and Toast. It would be Moe versus Toast.
Oh man,
This show would have taken a different turn.
yeah, and I'm pretty sure we would have like slowly like progressed over time, and it would have became
like
Moe and Toast. But at the same time, it would be Moe versus Toast for like, I don't know, 2-3 seasons of the show. It'd be pretty ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know, man. Sub versus dub. Is it okay? We think so.
Yeah, it isn't something to not like.
You really shouldn't. You shouldn't knock people off for watching things dubbed. It's just a different form of consumption. It's like the same thing when if you read the books or you watched the movie. Fuck it, you watch the same story. Sure, one person knows a little bit more, but it's fine. It's like you got the main plot points of the show and movie. Like,
It's like
unless you're watching Ready Player One, in that case, fuck you. The movie's different from the book.
from the book.
Read the book.
But it's
Read
like
the goddamn book.
yeah. But what is it? Jeez. Like can't, yeah, as you said, you can't knock it until you try it. With the watching it dubbed and sub, there shouldn't be a war to begin with.
Yeah, this war is fake war.
It's so superficial. It's like you can't. But then there's, I think we should cover it in a different podcast for a topic.
Which is
Western anime still considered anime? Would like Avatar, would that be considered an anime?
No. I mean, I love Avatar.
I'm actually opposed that.
Oh, let's go.
There is.
Alright, get your ass to watch Ruby.
No. But yeah, like.
Yeah.
But like there's Ruby. I'm not gonna get it. This is like this
is for the next episode.
This is like a teaser.
Or like a future episode. We're not sure what the next episode would be. At least on my list I have something else.
Hoseki no Kuni. Isn't that also like a 3D-esque animation?
Hoseki no Kuni.
It's the Land of Lustrous.
Land of Lustrous.
Doesn't it have like 3D bits?
I mean,
to it?
3D bits. I mean, yes, but it's still Sentai Filmworks.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's still like.
It's still
it's still Japanese. Like they made Angel Beats, bro.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, that is a war.
Yeah, that is a war. That's gonna be a great war. I can't wait to talk about it.
I feel like yeah.
No, it's gonna be good though.
It is, but I don't think it'll be like 2-hour worthy. Like an hour top, so we can cover like 2 topics on that.
Oh, if you think so. I mean, we can do like an overview of like Western animation, and then we'll talk about like
there's Western. Is it anime or not anime? That is like the topic. Is it or is it not?
Yeah, exactly. We're actually really close to hitting the 2-hour mark.
Yeah.
And do you think we sufficiently cover the sub and versus dub topics?
I think
those are like the main concerns that people should be talking about, with a little bit of diversity here and there. But that's fine.
And then, like the main point is that don't knock until you try it, and also, like, stop hating.
Exactly.
There really is nothing to hate.
Like, you shouldn't hate people for like how they consume their media. Fuck you.
isn't so
It's just the purest mentality, and people can't get over that.
Mhm.
That's fine though. Like honestly, like get over yourself.
But for the next 20 minutes, do you want to cover
What have we been
what
watching?
we watching? The what have we been watching segment.
Yeah, hold on.
What have I been watching? Oh boy. So, who is still alive? From this, did I just do the alert again? I did.
Yes, you
Whoops.
did.
But thank God it doesn't have a sound to it. But yeah, yeah. What have you been watching?
It's funny. It's funny you mentioned Western animation, and like you got into Ruby. First show that I want to talk about since we missed it last week was Genlock.
Genlock. Yeah.
It's a new Rooster Teeth show.
Mm-hmm.
It's mecha. It has David Tennant as one of the voice actors.
Yeah, it's the mecha. It's the robot, right? And
Yeah.
then you have who's this?
Michael B. Jordan.
You have Michael B. Jordan, and you have the girl,
Dakota Fanning. Maisie Williams.
Macy Williams, and Dakota Fanning. Really?
Yeah, Dakota Fanning's in
This
it,
is
too.
like a really big cast that
Dude,
you would not
They got
expect.
David Tennant.
Like,
They got the Doctor.
I know, but I have never really been into RT animation, but I probably should give it a chance.
You should give it a chance. Genlock is actually really cool, and it has one of the most hype intros I've heard in a while. Like the
Did you
intro
say
song,
that? Ooh.
it's so hype. Like it's really cool. Honestly, like okay, the writing is like again, you can't like really compare it to like just Western anime. I mean, sorry, Eastern animation, but it's still a good show. Like I'm enjoying watching it. Like it's really cool. The voice actors are doing a phenomenal job at their job. Well, yeah, obvi. But yeah, no, dude, it's so cool. At first I was like, oh man, Ruby's ending. I have nothing else to keep my
Yeah, Genlock popping up.
yeah, I had no reason to keep my sub on anymore because I don't really watch like anything else that they put out
Mhm.
outside of like Ruby.
Yeah.
Well, in terms of like animations, like exclusive stuff.
yeah.
But I was like, holy crap! Wait a minute, Genlock, and they did a really cool thing last week too with Genlock is that they showed the first episode for everybody to watch, but then if you were a first member like I was, you got the second episode immediately the same day. So they released episode 1 and 2 for first members.
So they're doing that rule.
Yeah, and
That's
it
cool.
was awesome. So like the first members are like an episode ahead.
Yeah.
And I'm a first
they're
member.
always-
They did the same thing with Ruby, but
Mhm.
dude, it was so good. It was so good.
Like, no, I'm not downing you. It really does look good. Like, every time I watch something from RT on YouTube, they would always advertise it, and I was like, fascinated.
The CG
Like
wasn't like badly done either, which is like really
So
weird.
it's better
It's
than
good.
Ruby. Would you say
Ru-
the animation is slightly better than Ruby, or is
they
it
had a
on
bigger
the same?
budget, so yes.
Thank God.
Okay,
Like,
but here's
I'm
the
not
thing.
bashing on Ruby. I'm not like that, but it isn't something I particularly like.
Okay, it's the early animation for Ruby. If you can get through it, it's like again, it's harsh because like they were still small. The programs weren't like brand new like they were now. But like over time, like the animation for Ruby has improved. If you've watched like the most recent, like the last 2 seasons, like the animation is really good now. It's actually on par with Genlock, but Genlock has a bigger budget, so they can do a lot more like complicated, and sophisticated like polygons. So like obviously they can do a lot more. It's a lot better. But at the same time, like Ruby, like recent Ruby at least, it's pretty good animation, and like the story's actually gotten a lot better. Okay, except for one quirk, but I won't talk about it because it's still really pissing me off, and it's also like,
Ugh,
for non-first members, it actually just
nobody.
came out this weekend,
It's like
and I
nobody
can't really
knows yet.
spoil it. Yeah, I can't spoil it yet. Anyway,
Other stuff.
other stuff. All right, what else have you been watching?
You already know. The quintessential quintuplets.
I've been watching that show.
It is like the only show I've been watching for this season. The Promised Neverland is like a here and there anime for me. I'll pick it up, watch it, stop. But with the quintessential quintuplets, I'm like hyped every Thursday. I watch it day of.
Oh yeah, I do too.
Like I love it. It's my
wholesome.
turn off your brain anime. But then there is also like another anime. Like I haven't watched it. It wasn't like picked up by me. Like it was in a Discord call. My girlfriend like shows this show. It came out this season. It's also another turn off your brain anime because it.
Oh, I'm so excited. What is it? Tell me.
It's just it's not your girlish. I forgot what you. How do I check it? 2019.
This season? It came out this season.
It came out this season.
I'll tell you if I'm watching it. I'm actually watching it.
It's probably not.
What is it?
It's current season. Where is it? It's like I found it like really like wholesome. It was a cute, adorable anime. It's Japanese Watashi ni Tenshi ga Miorita. That is the butchered.
Watashi ni.
Wataten, an angel flew down to me.
Yeah, I'm not watching that.
Yeah, it is like. I was like checking the voice actors. They haven't done much, but it still hasn't stopped me from enjoying it. To be honest,
that's how you get to me. It's just like, oh yeah, the voice actors. Honestly, give me a good voice actor that I like that's in an anime, and I'll probably watch it.
if Kana Hanazawa was in here, you would watch it.
Probably
in a heartbeat. But it's like it's just a very cutesy anime. Besides the point.
Yeah, dude. Okay, quintessential quintuplets.
Yeah.
We had 4 episodes so far.
4 episodes,
right?
enough to talk about. Enough to have.
Enough to talk about it. Let's talk about Best Girl.
Best Girl, Miku. Hands down. I'm sorry. Freaking. What is if you were to do a rating? Okay, this is something we can do.
Are we making
a rank for every character so far.
Okay.
Not including Usus.
Yeah.
Futaru.
Okay. So
Usagi-san.
the no Sugi. Got it.
No.
Alright. You first.
Miku would be number 1. Or we're starting from the bottom.
Bottom up.
Bottom up, I'm sorry. I
think we both agree on this one.
I don't know.
Oh, I would.
Like the bottom 2, you already know.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I don't know how you're ranking them.
Okay.
But like I can get behind it, but I'm not really into it.
The tension, man, it's killing me.
Like I never like Nino is not particularly my best.
Thank you.
Like
Nino's
I
my fifth.
like she's a good character. Just lay off a bit. You don't really have to hate him so much.
There's actually some depth to her character.
There is.
There's actually a lot of depth. Now that I really think about it. But yeah, I would rank her 5. I would rank her 5.
You're ranking her 5. All right.
Hell yeah.
Next one. What would you pick?
Next one?
Yeah.
You're gonna hate me.
What is it?
You're gonna hate me. Yotsuba.
You hate Yotsuba. That's totally
She's
fair.
Annoying.
But I can totally understand why you hate Yotsuba. But I
annoying.
like her voice actor. I can get behind it. I kind of got
That's
it
cute.
because
I
that's
mean,
how
Sakura's
she,
great.
because that's how she is in like My Hero. She's like a very like
Bubbly.
outgoing character, bubbly character.
Yeah.
For those who don't know who she plays, it is Uraraka.
Yeah, it's pretty like if you
Like,
trust me, if you watch the
she's
show, you watch this, you'll
and you
know.
kind of can compare. like I kind of heard it. I'm like, yeah, I enjoy it. But I might have to agree with you, but it has to be Itsuki for number 4 for me.
What? I love you.
Itsuki is great. Actually, yeah. Now that you, I'm not gonna try to have a bias.
That's right. No bias. Come on.
Give me your pure.
Give me your pure list. Give me your pure list, man.
My pure list.
Don't let me influence. Don't let me influence.
Your Ichika's my number 4, actually.
You actually suck.
Like I like Kana Nozawa, but her character is kind of
what? Ichika's awesome.
like she's chill, but that's about it. I still enjoy Yotsuba over Ichika though.
Fair. All right. So your list is Nino, Ichika. Who's 3? Has to be Itsuki, right?
Yeah, it has to be Itsuki.
That's fair.
Like I like her. She was she introed well.
I agree.
Like your typical this is my seat scenario and not yours.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I sat here first, but this is my seat.
I like the way I like her tsundere better than I like the Nino.
Nino, that is like Nino's is just savage. Like you can't turn her off.
Like Itsuki is the nice tsundere.
Yeah,
and then Nino's just like a bitch.
She's just a straight up like savage. Like there is this like one scene that was like what is this? She like had the realization. It's like I have to never talk to this person or never allow him in my house ever again. I was like, really? That's the realization you had, Nino? Really? Had to go there?
Dude, I hate Nino.
Like, I can probably enjoy all these characters, but ranking them, Nino's still bottom.
Okay, so who's your 3rd? Oh yeah, 3rd is Itsuki.
Yeah,
Itsuki's my 3rd as well.
Okay.
Yeah. If you already know. Okay,
your second is Ichika.
My 2nd is Ichika. Yeah. Love her. She's great.
My second
she's so chill.
My 2nd, Yotsuba.
Yep.
Oh, there's just something
Dude,
that I like
so
about
annoying.
like there's just something that I enjoy like with Yotsuba, like the bubbly personality. I kind of enjoy because like I'm just like that person that enjoys characters that give you attention for some reason.
That's fair. That's fair.
Is that like hinty towards something?
A little bit, yes.
But yes, ultimate. Why is Ichika your 2nd? Well, besides Kana Hanazawa.
Outside of the Kana Hanazawa thing, it's just because like now we're finding out more about her, and like I feel like it was just like the last episode that made me like curious, and like I kind of want to know what the hell's up with Ichika.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
but that makes me not like her character even more.
Okay, I got.
Is it even a true harem? I think it is. If that plot, if that
was a thing,
be a thing, would it be a true harem?
Don't know.
It's still for girls, but
yeah,
the 5th one is like already in a. If we're thinking that,
yeah. If the speculation is proven true,
like
then
I think is the most mature one out of everybody.
Yeah, except she's lazy as fuck.
Yeah, I know.
And
I wonder what she does. Like I'm going down the dark road.
Oh, really? Is that what you? Okay.
But then I'm like at the same time, it's like in a relationship.
Yeah.
Or,
See, the funny thing is that's what came into my mind too. I was just like, no.
like it was
fucking
sauce. It's like no way.
way. But yeah, and then obviously Miku. Miku's amazing.
Miku, best girl. Profile
Actually,
picture
yeah.
on Discord. Can't.
Yeah.
Like if I
think-
find a GIF, I'm using it.
Please, dude. I don't know. What do you think? What is it about Miku that we both like? I think it's honestly, I knew I was gonna be rooting for Miku from the beginning.
It's like when
I watched it. Oh, you see, it took you the episode, but it took me the intro to the intro song to
Really?
actually decide on Miku. Yeah,
Damn.
it took me the intro.
Like the
song
first
to decide on
episode,
Miku.
I was like, this, I love, she's great. Not even like the main focus of the first episode because it was all focusing on Yutsuki. The next episode was the Miku episode.
Yeah, and the Miku episode was pretty funny.
Okay.
It was awesome. She was just like,
She
I'm the
is.
slowest runner in my class.
Yeah, I'm the slowest runner in my class. But, Lewd, question. Do you
Oh my
think when she took the leggings off, is it just leggings?
It's definite. What do you mean? No, dude.
I know, I don't know. He made it seem like it was like, it's just leggings.
It's
Like, most of
Dude,
those girls
dude, it's
don't
USC.
wear leggings,
USC.
so it's like, oh yeah, he wouldn't know squat about
yeah, exactly.
anything.
It's Yosugi. But I don't know. I think that just adds to her character though.
But what I hated in the most recent episode, I hated
Oh, what he said.
what he said, acquaintance and stuff. Like the Miku reaction, I was like, is it over? Is it like, did this
No freaking way, dude.
culminate?
It's episode 4.
Did this build up to crush episode 4 and then we're moving on to a different girl?
It's episode 4, man. Come on.
But also in the end of episode 1,
Mm-hmm.
the Itsuki in the dress.
Oh yeah. I don't think it's Itsuki.
Like,
Oh, okay. Who do you think that
they're all hinting, like
they all hit, yeah.
throughout the entire series so far, there hasn't been like we all look the same type of mentality. So it could be Itsuki, it could be anybody else now.
Alright,
Thinking
who
about
do you think it's gonna be though?
I want it to
Realistically.
be Miko.
I want it to be-
Realistically, it is probably imagine it's Yotsuba.
No way.
You'd hate that. You'd hate that so much.
No, I actually be okay.
Imagine
with that.
it's
But
imagine it is Ichika.
no,
that
I would
you'd
hate. I would love, but I'm
want
hating it. But I think I know what it is.
Nino.
It's gonna be Nino.
I don't want it to be Nino, please.
I
You got
think it's
2 minutes to
because
complain about Nino.
it's okay. We can exceed because there's still a couple anime we probably should talk about this season anyway. We can exceed for a little bit, but
Yeah,
Nino is definitely going to. I feel like it's
I
going to be
really
Nino.
don't want it to be. I want it
If it follows the same formula with every anime,
with like the most hated character being the most Sundari character liking the main
Exactly.
character. Typical. It's either Nino or Itsuki. More likely Nino because the hate.
yeah. Oh man, I would
This
hate it
doesn't work
it
for
to be Nino.
opposites attract at all.
No, seriously. But I think it's gonna be Nino. I'm gonna hate myself if it's
Have we
Nino.
seen her room?
The fuck?
No, have we seen her room at all?
Yeah.
Like we've seen Ichika's,
We've seen it. I think-
Yotsuba.
Yeah,
We've
we have,
seen.
yeah.
I don't
But she
think
just
so.
slams the
She
door.
slams
No,
the
she
door,
just slams
but
the door.
we
You gotta-
haven't seen what's in it. That's what I'm trying to say.
Anyway,
fully.
do you really care about it that much?
I don't know. She could like have pictures of Usagi in there, like Uesugi, like darts in
Uesugi.
his face or something.
Elvin, repeat after me.
Uesugi. All right,
Uesugi.
I'm gonna do the Miku way and just call Futaro. I just like the opening a lot because it's
I love the opening. It's the voice
it's sung by
actors.
them. It's sung by them, and it's great. I was like, The beginning part where they're just calling the name.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
Was amazing.
That was great.
The one that the one that sticks out the most has to be Yotsuba. For me, it just sticks out. It's that bubbly personality. You cannot.
Really?
You cannot.
Itsuki's actually stuck out to me. Cause she sounded.
Then I heard
particularly
Miku's.
Yeah.
Miku, like hers is the only one that says his first name. Yeah, Futaro.
You mean his last name? Wait, no.
Yeah, first name.
Oh yeah, he is the first name. Yeah.
Yeah, he's the only one.
She's the only one.
She's the only one that calls him by his first name. Which they're that close.
Yeah,
and
you know what's awesome? What I think is a really cool thing. Miku's voice actress is also named Miku.
I know. I'm on the site. I'm looking at the site.
Wow, Elvin, fake hack.
I already I can't.
She's pretty obscure. Miko.
Yeah, I was like, she was
pretty obscure.
Yeah, she's not like the biggest voice actor out of the entire group, which was surprising how she has that much screen time, which is really good because her character is amazing.
Yeah. Who's the biggest voice actress right now in the group? I think it's
Kana.
It's not outside of Hana. I think it
outside of Kana. It had to be.
It's.
I want to say Ayane Sakura.
Ayane Sakura? No, voice actor or voice actress, like the entire cast, because it's Futaro. It's Futaro.
Well, of course, yeah. Outside of him too, but out of the girls.
Out of the girls, Inori.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, true. Really? Does it not?
So.
That doesn't. No, I don't think. Like looking at
Ayane.
Oh yeah. I think she has more of a list.
Does she? Huh.
But she has more of a recurring.
Well, I know Inori a little bit more. That's why.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. That's watch it.
Watch
Audience.
it. It is a watch.
It is actually a must.
If you have shame, I'm kidding. You can't.
You can't have shame watching this. This is actually it's actually such a nice wholesome anime. And like it's pretty like for most harems it's pretty like annoying that everyone's like tends to fight over him behind his back, but like everyone's actually pretty syndicate towards him.
Yeah.
Except for like Ichika and like Yotsuba.
Yotsuba are like unsyndicate at all. Like
Miku is a little bit.
Like she has her moments.
She has her moments, but Ichika doesn't care. She's pretty like chill, and then Yotsuba is just super happy all the time. So it's like you can't even say anything about Yotsuba. But yeah,
she's just happy 24/7, glad to help anything and anyone.
Actually,
yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, I think that is quintessential quintuplets. I think it's worth watching.
It's worth to watch if you're into slice of life and you're into like a harem, rom-com.
Yeah,
it definitely rom-com.
It's so rom-com. Alright, is there anything else you're watching this season outside of these two, the two you mentioned? Because I picked up a lot.
Promised Neverland, here and there.
Yeah,
for me.
Promise from Neverland.
But that was like a to be expected.
Have you started Date Alive yet?
No, I don't want to.
I think you should.
Because I also watched the first 3 episodes. I also watched Date Alive in dub. It wouldn't be the same in sub.
Oh my. So I watched the first 3 episodes. Dude.
Going back to like the topic. Like,
I know, seriously.
So at least
you're killing me.
At least you stepped on it. But I heard the rise of the rising of the Shield Hero. Is good.
That one's actually really good.
I need to watch that. It's probably gonna take over me watching Neverland.
It should.
But
honestly.
But I can get. I need to watch a lot. But at the same time, I just love my quintuplets.
Yeah, honestly, if I can only watch one like show for the season, it definitely.
Yeah.
You know what you should watch? I think I told you about this. I was messaging you about this
Was
yesterday.
it the domestic
yeah, domestic kanojo. Yeah, it's
How was that?
It's interesting. It's like very mature drama romance, and it's pretty interesting, honestly. Like, it gets into like you don't get like the super ridiculous situations for like from like quintessential. It's like,
but it's very mature.
It's pretty grounded.
Like it's not like you're fluffy.
Yeah, it's not like a plucky happy. It's pretty grounded, and
it's more
it's
serious. It gives more of a serious vibe to it.
Exactly.
Okay.
Also, the opening is amazing.
Ooh. I can get behind an amazing opening.
I think everyone's been stepping up on their openings, because like the opening for this show is so good. You get like a little bit of like vocalization, and it actually has like a mysterious, quote unquote, mysterious character like doing the vocalizations too, and it's just like, oh my god, she's singing along. That's awesome. Also, quintessential quintuplets, the intro, very amazing. We talked about it already, but I just want to say it's just so good. It's so good. It reminded me of Infinite Shadows. It made me love the anime. Have you seen 3D Kanojo?
Nope.
Watch it. Actually, no. I mean, it's the main girl is kind of bland, but at the same time, it's pretty interesting. I'm enjoying it. I enjoyed it a lot. Kakiguri next season for Kakiguri. You still haven't watched Kakiguri?
Nope.
You're a weenie. Wait? Did you watch Mob Psycho?
No.
I haven't seen the second season yet.
Have you started Girly Air Force?
Hell yeah, I did. I'm actually caught up to the 4th episode. It's bad.
It's really bad. Okay.
It's not bad, but it's like pretty generic. But I love the childhood friend. She is awesome. She like the most recent episode, like one of the pilots, she was like very like close and talking to him, like the MC, and the childhood friend was just like freaking out and being super jealous, and it was actually really funny. And like just her reactions. Honestly, I feel like it's gonna be better soon. Maybe not.
You're gonna give it a 5 episode?
Yeah, it's going through 5 episodes. It's so far it passed the 3 episode.
Fair enough.
It passed 3 episodes, but episode 4 was kind of. You know what I'm saying? It was like.
All right.
I think that's
I think that covers everything.
I think it covers everything, yeah. Oh wait. Oh, you haven't caught up on SAO yet.
Nope. Sorry.
How far behind are you?
The last episode that I watched was the Cardinal. And then I like stopped because
what?
Because Quintessential came out, and I was like, I'm just gonna focus on this anime.
You're like 4 episodes behind?
I know. I have to watch it. I'm probably gonna watch it tomorrow. I said that with a lot of these series. I'm probably gonna watch it tomorrow. I'm probably gonna watch it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Probably just gonna be SAO.
It's probably just gonna be SAO, and I don't blame you. Like it's definitely worth watching. Like the most recent episode made me like Alice.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, Alice is likable. All right.
Yeah, Alice is likable.
All right, though.
It's pretty great.
What's good?
All right, everybody.
All right, it's been a journey.
Been quite the journey. Hopefully, we're a little bit more entertaining than the Super Bowl. Yeah. Well, it's been pretty Moe and pretty Toast. We'll see you all in the next one.
See ya.
Bye.